Welcome back to Phoenix Rising, where we transform our consciousness from a lower state to a higher state, and we say the truth, unfiltered. And I'm so glad I get to come back out here and make a video for y'all. I enjoy being out here every day, getting a little sun in, getting a little fresh air in, you know what I'm saying? It feels good. It feels good to express what I want to say. Alright? It feels good to share my wisdom or knowledge, whatever I may possess, with you guys. It's really just my experience and my passion. Alright? And I'm glad y'all pay attention. I'm glad y'all give me these little views and sometimes these little likes and sometimes these little subscriptions. It's not much, but it means a lot. Alright? It's just nice to know, or it feels great to know that my voice is being heard and that it's impacting people in a positive way. But today, I want to get back on that Moldavite topic because here recently, I've been preparing to make a major shift in my life. You know, I've stayed in Texas. I've been in Texas for 20 years of my life, you know, and never really left home too much besides when I came like 45 minutes out here to go to a university. I went to that university, played basketball here on a scholarship my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, because of COVID, I opted out because of COVID, but at that time I had already been going through my spiritual journey for a little over 3 or 4 months, and I knew that being in that system, in that indoctrinating system, wasn't gonna work for me, you know what I'm saying? I knew there was things outside of that that I wanted to achieve, and I feel like those things that was being taught to me and I was forced to do, even though it didn't have any credibility towards what I actually wanted to achieve, I knew I wanted to get out of that, and I wanted to do something better for myself, and I wanted it to be for me. I wanted to create something for myself, from myself, that I actually put my heart into and that I actually thoroughly enjoy, okay? And that's after being very good at basketball, you know what I'm saying? And I made that decision. I'm gonna be making a shift out of state, moving from Texas all the way out west, all right? And Moldavite's really been prepping me for that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that while on this journey, I've been trying to heal from and grow from and find new ways to express myself and find new ways to better and expand my awareness of my consciousness so that I'll be more effective at raising my vibration and keeping it there and keeping my frequency high, so there's less times where I get down on myself and I don't stay there. Because you're always going to get to a low point because it's that ebb and that flow. But where do you want to stay for the majority? You want to stay for the most part higher and even be balanced. You really want to just be balanced, okay? Because there are going to be negative times, there are going to be positive times. But if you're too high, then you're going to go in that negative polarity and stay there for a while. And if you're in that lower polarity, sometimes it gets hard, especially in this society. It's easy to stay in that negative pole and not get a chance to get up to that balanced area and even up to that more positive pole where we're having more positive intentions with other people and having more positive attitudes about ourselves and having higher value systems and having more empathy and love and compassion for ourselves. And we stay down here in that fear state and that grief and that self-concern and not feeling like we're enough, and not feeling like we have any purpose in this world. And that's something that's Moldavite's been helping me to heal from and grow from. And it's also brought that up to the surface so that I can acknowledge any issues that I have and any traumas that I need to fix, okay? Every time I put on this stone, it's not always lovey-dovey. It's more so, I'm going to show you who you can be in a higher state of mind if you choose, and you're gonna choose if you keep wearing it. It's gonna force you. You can either go willing with it and hold Moldavite's hand and it show you the way, take care of your demons. It's not gonna fight for you, but it's gonna show you them, or it's gonna drag you by the leg and it's gonna force you to. And that's why it's so intense. And if you've read Robert Simmons' book, The Alchemy of Stones, or The Book of Stones, then you will understand that Moldavite's element is storm. So it's very intense, it's very, very rough. It's not like other crystals like rose quartz or maybe amethyst or even clear quartz where maybe it's a little bit more subtle and it's a little bit more heartwarming and you can kind of ease into the compassion and ease into the change. It's a little bit more intense than that, and it's gonna really force you to grow. But as you start to get used to its energies, then you're gonna learn to show gratitude towards Moldavite and its energy, because it really does have a way of transforming you and helping you see the potential of your higher self and pushing you to achieve those things. Whether it's you wake up in the morning and you're usually lazy, you usually don't have anything to do, you just get on social media, you just start out eating bad food or whatever, and you just don't get your day started off right. You don't clean up, you don't shower, and you just don't have a productive morning. And if you've been trying to fix those things, and as you bring Moldavite into your life, it's gonna make the times where you don't get up and you're not productive 10 times worse. It's not gonna make it easier for you to do it. It's just gonna make the negative issues appear 50 times worse to you. Before you really felt bad and down about not getting up and not being productive, but now you're gonna feel real down bad about not getting up. And you're just gonna be like, shoot, I'm tired of this. You're just gonna be tired of these things holding you back. Same thing if you're trying to get over smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol or any kind of addictions, or if maybe you've been trying to get yourself out of a negative situation that you've been holding yourself in, that you feel like you've been forced to stay in, or having a victim mindset. Anytime those things come upon you, and say if you eat a donut when you've been trying to stay off the donuts, the donut ain't even gonna taste good no more. Now, after you eat it, you're gonna feel so miserable wearing the Moldavite, it's gonna make you feel 10 times more miserable. And it's gonna tell you, look, you've been trying to stop these things. You've been trying to move past this. You've been trying to eat healthier and take care of yourself. You've been trying to better your mental. And it's gonna bring that to the surface, and it's gonna help you fix it. That's what Moldavite does. It doesn't solve the issues for you. Because in the end, none of these things do things for you. They just help you see better. They bring you to that frequency so that you can confront them and so that you can heal from them. Now, there's some crystals that do repel, like this black turquoise that I'm wearing, or black tourmaline that I'm wearing, and it does repel and absorb negative energy so that you can block it. And there's even some crystals that will absorb EMF waves so that it doesn't have as much harmful effects on your cognitive function and even your cardiovascular health, okay? But none of these things are gonna consciously solve your issues for you. You're not gonna wear Moldavite and then your husband that's been beating on you and being abusive to your kids, and it's not gonna sit there and blow his energy back and be like, whoa, and blow you away. But it will make your energy stronger and higher. And whenever you do confront them and put your foot down and assert yourself and show that bravery and that courage and that strength that you need to get yourself out of that situation, they are gonna notice a difference, and it's gonna blow them back, and they're gonna respect you more, and they're gonna get out of your life for that. All right, and that's just what this stone does for you. Because I'm at Midwestern State University, and they're starting to go back to school, and so everybody's getting back into that school groove. And you know what happens with that? You got the frat girls coming out, you got the frat boys coming out, you got the football team, volleyball team, you got the band coming out. It's a good time, but there's a lot of opportunities for people to get distracted and get down on themselves. And especially the stress. You know how much stress people have in college? If you're in school alone, anybody on this phone that goes to school, don't nobody in 2021 like going to school. I know y'all don't. Nobody likes going to school. It's stressful. It don't matter how good your grades are, it's stressful, all right? You got homework this, homework that, you got college coaches this, you gotta go to band, gotta do this, parents want you to get home by 6, or whatever. You $10,000, $50,000 in debt, it's stressful. And it's hard, there's so many distractions going on that it's hard for you to stay focused on you and stay focused on what your passions are and what you wanna do and how you want to express yourself, okay? So you can't get caught up in that. And Moldavite, if you do happen to be in school still, and you're trying to make that transition out of it and maybe start your own business or be an entrepreneur, or maybe help your family with their business, or anything, whatever you want to do. Maybe if you just want to move out and live in a van and go off in the mountains and be a Buddhist or something, like whatever the case may be. Like, Moldavite's going to give you that strength to confront those things and say, these things aren't for me. I don't like these things anymore. And it's going to help you get past those things. Now, the size of the Moldavite doesn't really matter. You know, I actually gifted my first piece to one of my buddies that I started my business with and I'm moving with. So he has it, but I have a smaller piece right here, and then I have this bigger piece right here. And these do the trick, you know what I'm saying? Even when it was just a smaller one right here before I had this one. I went through week 1, I was being more productive. I was like, dang, I need to eat better. I need to be focused on my eating lifestyle better. And it was just like more subtle. But I think it's been a few months now. I haven't really kept track, but as the months have gone on, I've really noticed a difference. Like, truthfully, from my heart, I've actually noticed a difference, and it's been a very wonderful experience for me to have, because I've also, by giving that my teammate that Moldavite, anytime we talk, it's a lot more ascended of a conversation. You know, this activates your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and up to your pineal and your crown. It's from your heart up, but it also works on all the other energies because it brings them up. In order for your chakras up here to activate and go, these down here have to be activated. So that's why I wear this black tourmaline sometimes to help balance out that energy. Okay, but yeah, it's amazing because it actually affects him too, and it affects the people around me, and they just, it's not that they come up to me like, hey, for some reason my life is going crazy, but they do come up to me and say, hey, you know, I've been trying to work on myself and it's starting to get easier, and or I've been wanting to leave this job and I wouldn't want to go to this place and do these things and achieve these things, and they're just trying to better themselves. They're trying to improve, and they just have those stop forms. They have that energy is coming to them, where before they weren't really ready for it and they were just kind of chilling and being complacent. Now that energy is coming out. They're coming to me and expressing to me that they are having the energy to improve and better themselves and transcend. Now, because they're not actually touching the Moldavite and sleeping with it and having it 24/7, maybe it's not as intense. But my energy is raising to that frequency, and even them being in my circle and within my aura field, it's having an impact on them. And that's just a beautiful thing for me to see. And it's a beautiful thing for me to experience. Stones do have energy. They do carry some sort of like consciousness of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like us where we can decide, oh, I want to go to Starbucks today. No, but they do have an awareness of themselves. All things breathe and vibrate and have energy, okay? They all have a consciousness of themselves. Like these plants, the water has intelligence. The air, the molecules has intelligence, okay? The bacteria that's sitting in your colon right now has an intelligence, okay? Everything has an intelligence. Everything carries a specific vibration, a specific frequency. Especially that 5G phone that you keep holding in your hand. You need to set it up. Stop holding that 5G phone in your hand before you get fried, okay? No, I'm just playing, but yeah, man, Moldavite, it's a beautiful stone, you know what I'm saying? And it's really done a lot for me. And as I've been making this transition, it's really made an impact and really helped me focus and ground myself and stay solid on my stuff. It really has improved my vision and my ideology and my goals for myself, and expanded them even further than I thought they could, and gave me more love and compassion, more empathy. It made it more set in stone to where I know that there are no limits to what you can do, because anything a man can think and consciously be aware of, he can become and he can attract in a physical form and in any form, whether it be money, resources, relationships, physical capabilities, mental capabilities, whatever the case may be, and it's possible. And this stone, it's the real deal because it can impact you in that way. And I know the effects are real, and that's one thing you're not gonna see. You're not gonna sit here and watch a video and say, oh yeah, Moldavite's a placebo. That's one thing you're not gonna see. And one thing you will see is one person buy one piece, and then all of a sudden you skip down 3 months later and watch their most recent videos, and they have like 5, 6, 10 pieces now, because it's that serious. And you just keep attracting more. Like I told y'all in one of my older videos about my first experience, I actually ordered some pieces of Moldavite, but I ended up receiving one free piece of Moldavite, and then my 2 pieces came, and then I was actually gifted another piece. So I was gifted 2, and then I purchased 2. So I didn't even have to purchase any, and I would have received Moldavite, you know what I'm saying? And that's how powerful this stone is, this tektite is, and how it can attract itself to you, or you attract it to you. And if your energy's right, it will come in whatever crazy way it is. You go to a crystal shop, and they're just like, here, take it, whatever the case may be. That can happen to you, okay? Just the same as somebody lose their piece, where it's you've probably raised your energy enough and it's done its energy with you, or maybe it doesn't want to resonate with you and it travels on so that it can be found by someone else, or even maybe sit in the ground and impact the crystals around it and charge those up. But in the end, Moldavite is a very powerful tektite. I'm so grateful that it came into my life, and I'm glad I could come out here and share a little bit of more personal information with y'all and share a little bit more of my experience with it. And of course, like always, if y'all have any questions or any concerns, or if I can improve the videos in any ways, which there's a lot of ways that I'm going to improve them. I know I need a mic and maybe a little bit of a better quality camera, but the main thing I focus on is quality and truth and my expression to you, making sure that it's from my heart and that it's not too logical and from the ego and me just trying to please people and trying to say things that's going to get views and gets liked. I want it to be authentic. Anything I say to you, I want to, and I have experienced before, okay? And of course, y'all can leave a comment, y'all can leave anything down below, you can subscribe, you can follow me on my social media, and I'll get back to you. This is Phoenix Rising, and I'll see you on the next one.